Hey everybody, I'm your fellow non-profiteer from Fundraise over at fundraise.org. Today, we're condensing our mega-popular blog post into a super-fast 3-minute explainer on community service projects. We know the fundraising landscape shifts fast, and here in 2026, we've got to be smarter than ever with our time. So, let's jump right in.
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Do volunteers actually cost you money? Now, our article rightly points out that community service is to nonprofits what popcorn with nutritional yeast is to movies. It's just so good. But let's be real and validate a hidden frustration we've all felt at some point. Sometimes, managing well-intentioned volunteers takes up so much precious time. Time you could be using to, write highly specific 200-page grants for orphaned baby quokka protection. So what's the fix?
Well, let's look at the stark contrast between two totally different types of volunteers. On one hand, you've got your individual, passionate volunteer. They're showing up purely out of a desire to help, right? Huge values alignment, basically free labor. But on the other hand, you have the classic corporate team-building group. It sounds amazing on paper, but reality check? Hosting a massive corporate group can seriously drain your limited resources, your materials, and your staff's sanity, all so they can generate some corporate synergy and boost their own morale.
So here is the uncomfortable truth. You need to charge them. I know, no way, right? It sounds super bold. But listen, your nonprofit does not exist to facilitate corporate interdepartmental team readiness. It is absolutely acceptable and honestly essential to charge these corporate groups a suggested donation or a materials fee for their team building days. To be clear, we aren't talking about charging your dedicated weekend volunteers. We're talking about groups leveraging your mission for their own team-building objectives.
Now, before we look at some fun examples, let's quickly run through our 3-step value-add framework. This ensures any initiative actually benefits you. Step 1. Identify what the communities you serve actually need right now. Step 2. Tailor the opportunity to the group. Obviously, a youth sports team needs a completely different activity than a bunch of bank executives. And Step 3. Think sustainability. If the staffing and funding required to pull this off outweigh the long-term impact, just skip it.
Moving on to Section 3. 3 standout ideas from our massive list of 58. Let's look at how to flip the script and generate some actual revenue. Check out this absolutely masterful strategy from the Philly Goat Project. They know perfectly well that corporate groups want to come out and quote-unquote volunteer by, just cuddling their rescue goats. But as they say, free labor has a cost. So they balance their needs by requiring these groups to donate a substantial amount just for the privilege of that prime goat time. It's totally a win-win. Next up, a brilliant environmental idea, turning a basic trail cleanup into a paid educational opportunity. So instead of just handing out trash bags for free, you actually charge volunteers to join an experienced staff member on a guided hike. You give them some fun facts about the local ecosystem, they do the cleanup work, and everyone gets lemonade at the end. You've literally transformed a chore into a premium, fundable experience.
Okay, our third standout idea is all about food security. Having volunteers build a community fridge is a phenomenal hands-on project. They provide the materials, they provide the elbow grease, but here is the real genius part. You make sure that fridge proudly features your nonprofit's logo right alongside a massive QR code linking straight to your donation form. Every single time someone interacts with that fridge, it acts as a passive billboard for your cause.
So those are just 3 ideas, but in our full article, we have 58 of them. Seriously, 58 specific, actionable community service ideas broken down by category. Everything from education to disaster relief to arts and culture. I highly recommend you click the link right down in the YouTube description below to read that entire massive list over on the Fundraise website. And as you're reading through those ideas, you're probably wondering, okay, how do I actually execute this? Well, that's exactly where Fundraise comes in. Our all-in-one platform was built by nonprofit people for nonprofit people. So whether you need to sell tickets for that guided trail hike, collect a corporate fee through our seamless donation forms, or just manage your new supporters in a really robust nonprofit CRM, Fundraise is basically the engine that makes the whole shebang work effortlessly. So, I'm going to leave you with this one question to chew on. Are you still letting volunteer management cost you money? Or are you ready to reframe your strategy and turn it into a total powerhouse for growth? Please don't let your valuable time get drained by bad volunteer fits. Click the link in the description, read the full article, and come hang out with us at fundraise.org. Let's raise more together.